Hey guys, this is a video for a basic Shaman deck. It's a starter deck for Shamans, pretty much around level 10. I've just been playing Shaman lately. I've been trying to up mine, and I finally made a deck based on what I think would be most beneficial to get an early start, as long as you get the right draws, that is. Um, so what I'm running is a Rock Biter weapon. I've so far have two of absolutely every card in this deck. Um, this is really beneficial to add a ridiculous amount of damage early on to your minions, or you could add it to your main character and attack that way. So two of these. I have two acidic swamp oozes because, well, for two mana crystals, 3/2 is really strong, and it has the benefit of destroying your opponent's weapon, which is really good against warriors, rogues, I think druids too. I can't remember. I don't really play druid that often anymore. And then there's also the same thing, another 3/2, which is the Bloodfin Raptor. So two of these. Just really strong early game cards. And then because you're a shaman, you're going to take two of the Flame Tongue totems because, well, adjacent minions have +2 attack, so that's really good. Like this is a really good early game as long as you can get your cards out properly. It, you can have shit luck sometimes in games, and yeah. Moving on. So we're gonna take two novice engineers. This used to be a 1/2, but now it's a 1/1. It's still good because you can draw a card out, which could totally benefit you if you're in a bad predicament. If say you're behind a turn or the guy has an advantage on you, drawing a card and getting a lucky draw can definitely change the tide of the battle. So we're also gonna take two river crocolisks because, well, 2/3 for 3 mana is really good. Um, Usually early on you can deal out some damage and still have them for another turn, and that's beneficial if your enemy doesn't have any minions in their hand. Then that means you can have pretty much two free attacks, unless they have a really strong guy that has 3 damage, like a charge or like a Bloodfin Raptor. So because you're a shaman, you're gonna take two hexes. That's really good if your enemy gets powered, like a single minion that's super powered. Um, and then you can just pretty much discard them and say fuck you to them. We're gonna have two raid leaders. This is good because we're shamans. Raid leaders aren't very useful otherwise. I fine. They're good for early decks, but other than that, they become really pointless. Um, it'd be nice if they added one and not just the one attack, but so for 3 mana, we're going to have a 2/2. It's going to add one attack, and this is going to be beneficial if you have a bunch of totems and they look useless to your opponent. But once you pop this sucker down, they all have one free attack as long as your raid leader's on the board. So, I mean, that can change, the tide of battle pretty quickly. So two of these. We're going to have two Shattered Sun Clerics, a 3/2 for 3 mana, and it gives a friendly minion 1/1. So pretty much the same thing, but not even for the raid leader. It's just a bit stronger with its damage. And instead of giving all your minions one attack, you're specifically giving it to one guy. So say if you have like a fire elemental on and you give this, right? That's a lot of extra damage. That's stopping, say, a mage's AoE from destroying him, pretty much keeping him around. And then if you have a healing totem, then it'll heal up, and then he'll be able to survive an attack like that. So Chowin Yeti, this is a 4/5 for 4 mana, which if you take a look at the fours, he is the one of the only ones who has 5 health and does 4 damage. See, 2/2, 2. There's a 4, but not 5 health. So he's a really strong 5 attacker with a lot of health. So that's pretty good. Um, we're going to take two of those. And then because we're a shaman, we're going to be taking the wind speakers because, I mean, for 4 mana, 3/3 is like alright, but it also gives a friendly minion Wind Fury, which, if you got a 6 attacker on the board and you give it that, that's 12 health gone. That's literally 1/3 of your enemy's health gone in one attack. So Wind Fury can be really, really overpowered if you have the battle in your favor. You can pretty much end someone really quickly if you have like all these buffs. So two of those. We're gonna take Bloodlust because we're a shaman. We're gonna take two of those, and that gives any of your minions 3 attack for the 1 turn. So that's, I mean, if you have the advantage and you plop this sucker down, then like your enemy's gonna be hurting. You know, they're gonna be hurting. All right, so we're gonna take two Frostwolf Warlords for 5 mana. 4/4 is decent. But it gets powered up, sorry, by all your other minions. So if you plop this sucker down after having 2, 3, 4, 5, a board full of totems almost, and you put this guy down, and then you use, say, a Bloodlust, if you have like 10, of course, if you're on round 10, and you plop a Bloodlust, and then, say, have the benefit of placing a Windspeaker, then, like, wow, the following turn after placing your Frost Wolf, that's going to be really deadly. So we're going to place two of those. We're going to be placing two Boulder Fist Ogres in this deck as well. For 6 mana, 6/7 is pretty good. There's just a strong unit. Nothing, no benefit of anything else, no charge, no taunt, no nothing like that. And then because we're Shaman, we're going to be playing two Fire Elementals. He's a really strong unit for 6. Well, I mean, I guess decent, but because he can ping 3 damage to either your opponent if they have no cards on the board, or you can ping out, say, a weak mob. That's pretty beneficial in your way to have control of the board and just to decimate your opponent. So that's pretty much it.